Trading the foreign exchange market carries high risk and may not be suitable for all investors. Trading on margin, utilizing leverage can carry an even higher level of risk that can lead to a complete loss of investment funds. So before deciding to trade the foreign exchange market or using any of our software alert products, you should carefully and diligently consider your personal investment objectives, level of experience, and risk tolerance. There is a possibility that you could potentially sustain significant loss. You should not invest any capital or trade that you cannot afford to lose. It is your responsibility to be aware of and understand all risks associated with foreign exchange trading and to seek professional advice from an independent certified financial advisor if you have any doubts. Auvoria Prime does not exercise trading authority over your trades. You and you alone exercise discretionary trading authority over every trade.
First thing we'll look at is Chef, JPY, Bitcoin, Gold, and German 30. And then we'll get to some AIRO setups, okay? Let's see here. So what I'm going to do is, let's look at the German 30 buy first on AIRO. I think I have it up right there. And it was a 5-minute AIRO buy, I believe they said. I don't have it on my chart just yet. But can I see it doing a buy type of situation? Let me check out the higher time frame, see where we're at. What are we dealing with, right? What major structures? So again, guys, whenever I'm looking at a chart, right? If I'm flipping through different time frames, regardless of what time frame I'm on, the first thing that's in my mind is what is the bigger picture? Okay, what's the bigger move happening on that time frame? All right. So I think they said a 5-minute buy. So what I'm doing is I'm checking all the way up to the hour just to confirm, you know what I'm saying? Just to confirm that, hey, is it a possible buy opportunity, right? So far I see a shoulder, head, and shoulder, and it's already came back to the neckline, all right? The neckline is right here. All right, so this red line delineates, we'll get off of there, move it. I can either do probably right here. I'll say that's the neckline, right? Where hit this neckline, hit this neckline. It didn't really break it or anything like that. So now that it's reverse and another push down, if this continues to form how it is, this is a low, guys. This is a higher low, right? That's how I'm looking at that so far. So what I'll do is I'll go to trading view just to take a better analysis of it, I should say, right? Let's see. All right. Don't forget, though, today is a lot of news. All right, on the US dollar, starting at 10:30. Okay. So from 10:30, then you've got a lot of talking about interest rates and stuff like that. And then at 2:30, another press conference probably dealing with interest rates and things of the sort, right? So today, guys, on USD pairs, be careful, because there's no way for us to really track or predict or do fundamental analysis on this without watching past video, okay? 6:30, 6:45, 8 o'clock tonight, more red folders, right? Odds, unemployment change, and unemployment rate, 9:30 tonight, right? So there's going to be opportunities for us to catch plays all day. And depending on what you're looking at, some of these currency pairs may honestly use New York session to set up some of these news movements, okay? So just keep that in mind, right? Keep that in the back of your head by your trade station, okay? So here we are on German 30. Let me reanalyze this for you. I always like to start with the daily time frame, guys, right? Reason why I start with the daily time frame, I want to be on the side of momentum at least for that day, okay? At least for that day. So let's start there. Looking at this trending up right here, of course, it's been in a nice little bull momentum, bull move, bull trend. It's just been trending up. This is where we currently are on the day, kind of like stalling out a little bit, right? Does that mean it has no more upside to it? Not necessarily. So that right here, this high right here is a structure to me because it produced a pullback, right? It hit a high, produced a pullback. Not only that, I use this over here to know if this was a perfect break of structure or a clean break of structure of this high right here. On the daily chart, it doesn't necessarily look like that. We'll drop down to the 4-hour, and we can kind of see now, right, what I'm talking about. So this is the high. No real clean break of structure, right? You've got this push, pullback, another push, pullback. So what I'm doing right now is just reading the price action off of this bare full-bodied candle. It didn't break this low right here. That's fine. But upon this bull candle, in order for me to go long on this thing, I've got to see a full-bodied candle, some type of candle with momentum that tells me to go long. I'm not really seeing that just yet. But of course, this is the current 4-hour candle, so I can't really use this just yet. But I'm mindful that it did come up here and pull back. So I just keep dropping down until I see price action the clearest, right? All right. Now, if we wanted to use this whole move from this low to this high or this high, there is an Elliott wave count where you can have this push this push 1, sideways 2, push 3, steep 4, and then last push 5, which didn't break that high, before you get the ABC retracement that you're currently on. ABC retracement, right? Notice this ABC retracement never broke the low of wave 4. That's something, if you were going to go long on this pair, that's something that you want to see. This ABC retracement that didn't break this low. After that ABC retracement, you've got this engulfing candle. Let me get that out the way. This engulfing candle that engulfed this bearish candle right here. That's what I mean. Okay. Now, as a little price action tutorial, guys, let me see. Actually, yeah, I'm going to go long on German 30 right now. Hold on. Definitely. So we're going to look for a long type of situation on German 30. 5-minute candle opens here in 1 minute. You can probably get in long now. I'm actually getting in long now. Just a moment. That's fire. Now, upon this push, though, guys, with it being 9 o'clock, ooh, 1.0, boom, bye. Here's what I need to see. Okay, here's what I absolutely need to see to hold this. Okay, so here's this push, right? Here's a push that set the low. This strong push, as I mentioned, I believe last week, I was telling you guys, watch out for these heavy pushes and these heavy momentum candles that do not break structure. Okay, yes, this is a heavy push, didn't break structure. You've got this bull candle and then another push that didn't break structure. Whenever you guys see something like this, guys, out of these 3 candles, you have a push, candle in the opposite direction, and then another push, but those pushes don't break no structure. Look for that third or fourth candle to go in the opposite direction and have some type of momentum or engulf it. That's simple price action right there. Okay. So this candle has little to no wick at the bottom off of this structure, right? That's all stuff we want to see. Notice this candle has no wick at the bottom, right? So what structure could it be at from over here? That's the structure right here, guys. So if you look right here, one candle broke that structure. There's a retest to that same structure that didn't break down beneath it, and your third candle, which was above the structure. That's a 3 candle break of structure rule right here, right? Since that's the rule, I told you guys that there's always a retest to that break of structure. Here's your first retest. Here's your second retest. Upon that second retest, you've got this formation happening. Okay. So what you guys are actually looking at as far as like a potential setup, You can do something like that. Collect you a few points and pips and get out of there. All righty. So I definitely went long on German 30. I can't tell you where stop loss or anything like that is, but this is what I'm looking at. Something like this. Now, let's say here's the other scenario to this whole play out, right? Why I have my stop loss right here. So let's say this current move just doesn't produce the momentum or the steam to break above this high right here. You'll see a little pullback come down to this structure right here, this top blue line, before it pops back up. That's the first scenario. Or you'll see structure come up here, set a corrective double top M, and then it will continue to go down. If it does a double top M at this formation right here, then of course you can see it go down a little bit lower, all the way down here to in between the 618 and the 886. Those are the two scenarios. But with it finding its momentum right here, guys, I would say the opportunity to go long is pretty good. So those are my two scenarios on German 30. Maybe one more. Do I think it'll have to close the gap before continuing up? Absolutely not. So here's my understanding about gaps. Whenever there's a gap formed, guys, that it's formed for a few different reasons, due to slippage, slippage in like the connection of the broker and stuff like that, or it's just the timing of it all. Like it happened so quick, things happen so quick, the technology just didn't keep up with the connection, right? So there creates these gaps. But if you notice, I believe the gap was on the 5 minute, if I've seen right. Maybe it wasn't. But if you notice the gaps, though, depending on how you're looking at them and how you use them, they usually form around support or resistance. Like look at this gap right here, right? This is a resistance. That's some type of structure, right? Let me see if I can find it up here. So price doesn't necessarily have to close the gaps, but it'll fill them sometime in the future. We just don't know. So I don't really play the gaps like that. Let's see here. I'm long on German 30. Odd USD for a sell. All right. So here's what I want to do with you guys real quick. This setup right here is a perfect setup. All right. So I'm going to teach you guys real quick. So here you've got the final push, right? You've got wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. It didn't break structure. So then you've got this pullback. This pullback broke structure of wave 4 right here, right? So if you fib, whenever you see that break of structure of wave 4, if you fib that trend, you let it come back. You let it retrace. It always typically retraces, guys, in between that 618 and 886, right? For you to find something like this happening, a creation of a higher low, in this instance, a higher low than this low, right? So this whole, what I want to show you guys is the price action, is to get you guys to read the price action of this block right here, okay? This is where we need to get you guys' skill set up a little bit, all right? So that way you can use AIRO with deadly skill, I promise you. It's crazy. All right, so here's what we have to notice. Here's what we have to notice is we have this momentum that broke wave 4. That's the first thing. That's telling you that this is a possible trend change. Okay. It does 1, 2. Here's your third candle. You've got 2 very full-bodied bullish candles, right? That broke structure. This one has little to no wick at the bottom at this even structure mark right here. This is what we want to see. Next, we let this retracement happen. Upon this retracement, we want to see it create a higher low, as I mentioned, okay? And that creation of the higher low comes from a swing point. Last week, I mentioned to you guys that a swing point is formed by 3 or more candles, right? So here's how we count that. This candle right here has something what is called like a void, all right? That void usually is found by big momentum candles like this or engulfing bodied candles, okay? So if you notice, this candle has little to no wick at the bottom, which means there's some type of structure. You see this gap? That structure, right? As I mentioned prior, the gaps are formed around some type of structure and stuff like that. Little to no wick, it wicked right at that structure. Boom, right there. So upon this pin bar, whenever you see price come down here and pull back and then it leaves a green candle, that's a pin bar candle, okay? If it's at the top, price came up and pulled back like this is a pin bar candle. You can call it a pin bar or a shooting star, either one, okay? This formation is letting you know where the momentum can possibly head. What confirms it is upon this next bear candle right here, okay? This next bear candle, it pushes down, it pinned to the same structure, but look where it closed, okay? It closed higher than this low right here. That's price action, okay? The next thing that confirms it is this engulfing candle. It engulfed this. So here's how you have to look at this, guys. From this low, and it pulled back, then this bullish engulfing, that's letting you know that from this low all the way up here, the bulls were really in control, all right? So with this formation right here, this single engulfing candle, with this next one, that's called an inside bar. Okay, so now it's all about reading this inside bar setup. We already know that the bulls are in control. Then we see this spinning top. This spinning top even pinned up there, pulled back a little bit, but notice it closed higher than this low. So now what do you see happening? You pop your signal, you pop your trade, and now you're in. That's price action, guys, that you guys are going to have to be able to read. Coming up over the next few weeks is where I really want to get you guys honed in on your price action so that you're able to read stuff like this and then use that with AIRO. All right. So German 30 is doing really good for us right now, guys. Let's go to the next one. I'm going to check this Q&A real quick. Let's see. Cool. The next one, I believe, let me check my notes. Chef JPY and Odd. Excuse me. Hey, there we go, Miss Jocelyn. All righty. Let me check AIRO for some type of alert real quick before I continue, because I think I heard something go off. I think there's a SP500 buy too. Yeah, that's crazy. I would get into SP500 buy right now. Yeah, that's my wrong account. I should have logged in. I'm long, guys. I just went long on SP500, and I'll go over the reason why for you in just a second. That long position take profit tool on MetaTrader is only on the one I used is on TradingView with the red and green box. Yeah, that's on TradingView. All right, guys. So 15-minute arrow came up on S&P 500 right here inside our money zone. It didn't really give us too high to go, but I looked at the hour time frame and I see a lot more upside to it. So before I go to the other pairs, I'm going to go to Trading View and show you guys my analysis of this. Also, if we look at the zoomed out view, a lot of green buy zones, right? It's a nice bullish trend. I feel proper being on the right side of that. I'm going to go over that for you, Elijah. Just give me a second. So he said he doesn't understand why a trade was executed inside that zone, inside this right here. Okay. This is on the 15-minute time frame. Okay. I'm on the hour time frame. I always look at a higher time frame, guys, right? So let me show you this on Trading View. Nope, that's not it. That's my volatility. All right. All right, so we saw a 15-minute buy. I entered in the buy right here. I think the signal came from right here on the 15-minute. We're currently in drawdown. I'm okay with that because I'm going off of the higher time frame. I'm going off of hour time frame. Okay. So my understanding of this is I'm looking from this low to this high, right? I see my A, B, C correction. Then I see my move away. My move away, if you look at this bear move in comparison to this bear move, that has no momentum to it whatsoever as far as a bear move. Now, if we look at this bull move, okay, in comparison to the bear moves have been limited, okay? That's what I'm saying. So this current, even after this push right here, this is a higher low than this right here, guys. So this engulfing candle after this inverted hammer lets me know that, yo, maybe price wants to go back up to test something up here. After all of this is just a retracement. So upon this current candle, it can close like this. The next candle can close bearish if it wants to as well. My stop loss is right here at this C point. Okay. Ultimately, I'm still going to pop this long because it's so close to this support and this support. Low, higher low, higher low. This is going to control my, I guess, my risk to reward ratio and my stop loss. Versus if I was to, let's say if I wanted to go short right here, right? If I go short, I got this support and this support to where it would be kind of like my TPs, my first TPs, or areas where it would have to break in order to produce like a nice swing for me to get all the way down here. Not only that, we've seen all the green arrows, the green boxes right here with arrow on the higher time frame. This is the zoomed out image of the 15. So buy, 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 buy. We've got one sell area, guys. Has it been tested after this push away? Absolutely not. So that's my reason for going long. Let me see. Get back to the Q&A real quick. You guys don't have to take that trade if you don't want to, but that's just me. That's just me. I definitely would love to see this go long, and I'm going to see that go long. So I entered that. We can check out NAS 100 real quick as well. We're already on the indices. Might as well, huh? Let's get it. Let's get some money. Look, NAS 100 doing the same thing. That's the hour chart. You'll see this movement. So since we're on the 15, here's what we can expect. From this low to wherever this high is set, you guys will see a pullback. And the pullback will probably come to this 50 EMA, which will give you a better opportunity to enter in the long situation. Okay. And then when you go long, just simply hold it to up here, guys. Catch you some pips, some points, and get out. Let's see here. Give me just a second. What was that? US 100. $140. Yeah. Hold on, guys. 140.39. All right. So yeah, this one, NAS 100. Keep our stop losses tight, guys. That's what it is. Now, let's say upon this, let me use this one. Again, same thing as a German 30. Let's say this pushed up, doesn't get up here, right? Here's your 618.86. You see it start to stall at this structure, guys, like heavy stall. Then you could see another retracement, a small retracement, I should say, happen, which would give you another opportunity to re-enter. But yeah, so German 30, SP, and NAS, I'm currently long on. Okay, guys. NAS 100, S&P, very similar to each other. Same kind of setup, right? So that's that. Those three. Oh boy, this is a good morning. It's a hot morning. All right, so now we'll look at let me see, odd USD. Nope, Chef JPY. I didn't finish Chef JPY. All right, so here's what I'm seeing, guys. Chef JPY is, of course, looking like a short situation. And here's how I'm reading this. All right, so we've got this last push. This last push up didn't break any type of structure before a pullback, A, B, C pullback. Then you've got another push, pullback, and another push. What I am noticing upon this last push up with the spinning top is a daily engulfing candle. Okay, if today closes like this, you would see tomorrow be bearish as well. All right, so keep that in mind. So let's see if we can find an entry. Oh yeah, you see this engulfing candle? This engulfing candle, there's a void up here. I'm not going to tell you guys what a void is, but there's a void up here that this is retested to before this next pushback. Okay, so here's how we read this. All momentum is bearish currently. That's what we want to see. With this being on the 4-hour chart, guys, this is a spinning top current 4-hour candle. Let's go to the 1 hour to see what is going on. But what I do want to make note of is the structure it is at. Boom. So now I can see what's going on. So from this low to this high, you got an A, B, see retracement, right? I want to be on the short side. Personally, I want to be on the short side. So because I know that this is the last bull move up, this is an ABC retracement, guys. I expect one more bull move up. To what degree? I do not know. But I do know that this low is a structure point and this high is a structure point, okay? So what I could do is if this is going to create a swing point or a higher low than this low, I could fib from this high to this low and catch, not necessarily catch that retracement, but measure that retracement and see if it's going to come back into this structure right here. All right. This is the structure I want to see a bull move come back up and pin before going in short again. All right. So I'm on the short side of the Swiss franc Japanese yen, but I'm not entering just yet. All right. It's already in a trend. I've got one single green candle. I want to see at least another green candle, at least all out, and then I'll pop it then if it finds a resistance right here. But I'm not going to enter in it just yet. I definitely am on the short side. So hopefully that helps you. Just not ready for the short yet. Let's see. Let's see what's popping up on here. GA 30-minute short. Oh, perfect. All right. Here was our 30-minute short. It hasn't gone anywhere just yet, right? Do I want to take that short? Let's take a zoomed out picture. So on the 4-hour, you see it's right up here in this zone, or pinging off of that zone, I should say, which would warrant it to go all the way back down to this green 4-hour zone. The short signal came from the 30-minute. That's perfect. Okay, so let me look at this on TradingView. All right. So the 30-minute says short on this candle right here. Let's see if that's a good short to take though. So what I did was I went to the 4 hours to use time frame correlation with the 30-minute. I'm going to use the 30-minute for my entry chart, but the structure is going to come from the 4-hour. And of course it says short. Now here's my thing about this short, okay? So we've got this pullback. Well, here's the short momentum right here. Boom. Short, short. All of this sideways motion right here is a consolidation to me. And if we notice, even when price broke above this 50 EMA, it hasn't been able to go too high, right? It's been stalled out by something. So what I'm going to do is see where is it stalling out. I'm just right below the 618. Well, really this structure right here. That is fire. All right. So what I did, guys, was I looked over here to see where the structure was, right? If you see this pullback, it's kind of a structure, pin to it, break, pin to it, huge break through it. That's where price over here is stalling out at, right? It's hitting that resistance, that ceiling. Now, in order for me to go short, I have to see the bear momentum be full. Like I have to see the bear momentum be something like this and not nothing like this. All right. Because even though these bull candles they're not full bullish candles, the bears aren't really huge momentum candles either, especially after this two candle formation right here. I forget what this is called, but this candle engulfed this. This is kind of like what was that on? I think it was the German 30 where price came all the way down here, pulled back, and then engulfed it and came all the way up here. Now you've got this retracement that's setting a higher low than right here. This close is a higher low than this close. This close is a higher low than this close. This close is a higher low than this close. None of that is telling me to go short. Okay. So I can't go short on this just yet because I'm not seeing it, right? I'm not seeing it just yet. My higher time frame is showing me my bull momentum is still, well, it's a battle right now. I'm not going to say the bulls are in control or the bears are in control. It's a battle right now. So this is one that I would sit on my hands until something clear shows up for me. Because even on this last bull run, the bears have not even been really there, right? A nice bull run, one single nice bear candle, but it didn't really break structure. It's a higher low than right here. This is also a higher low than right here. So in order, I'll get off of there. In order for me to take this short, especially on the 30-minute and off this 1 hour, this current candle has to close how it is. The next candle, I would like to see it do a full bull momentum type of thing and not break this high. Okay, so what you would see is from this high to this low is a A, B, C type of retracement on a smaller scale. And then you can pop that short. But for me to do it right now, just off the 30 minutes, I'm not really seeing it just yet. So I would just stand aside. So nothing on GA. Since we are on GA, I'll take a look at odd USD real quick. And these are counter pairs, right? They trade inversely of each other. Now, what I will say is this right here. If GA is to go long, like GA gave a short signal, right? And if that's to go short, and since that's going against the Australian dollar is going to have to gain value. It's going to have to gain strength. Right now, it's still doing a little bear move, which would make sense as why to GA was going up just a little bit or not really going too high, right? Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is wave 4 right here. Was broken over here. So breaking structure, here comes a retest to it, right? Let this retest finish playing out, guys. Once this retest finished playing out, then you could probably pop this long and GA short. And honestly, this is a long consolidation on the daily time frame, guys, on AU. This ain't really something that I want to trade with you guys. I want to teach you guys on these consolidations like this, guys. If there's no clear direction, stand aside, sit on your hands. Okay. The majority of your profit is going to be secured and safe by you sitting on your hands. Okay. Don't force a trade. You can always speculate, and have your thoughts and bias about it, but you don't necessarily have to enter every time. Yeah, with this going short. Ooh, hold on. Laptop almost died on you. All right, so you can see, guys, AU's going short, right? We're looking to go short. This is a hammer. if this hammer produces a nice bear momentum like this, I will pop AU short more than long. And then I would pop GBP odd long more than short. Okay, so those are your possibilities on GA and AU on the hour time frame, that is. Okay, so GA is looking more like a long type of situation, while AU is looking more of a short type of situation. Okay, I'm not going to enter on these just yet, guys, but just know that's what I'm speculating. So I'm going to check one more thing. Yeah, so AU is definitely short. Let me see. All right. Perfect. Freaking perfect. So this AU short, guys, what I would do, I will let this is on the 4 hour right now. Okay. So you can catch, let's say you entered right now, right? This will be more of like a scalp, I should say, if you were to catch it. That is so wild. All right. Okay. So if we know from this low, let me explain this move to you guys. This low to this high, you got your A, B, and all of this is a C retracement that is creating that higher low. Okay. You got one hit, second hit. This will be the third hit. This whole formation is going to create a swing point for you to pop up long somewhere over here in the future. Okay, so what I would do for you guys, fill from this low to that current high, go down to a 30-minute time frame. We filled from this low to this high, and let this retracement happen and come to this area right here at the 618, where wave 4 is. Okay. Let's see. Sheesh. How would I do this one? Wave 1, 2. All right. From this low to this high is its own type of extended wave. From this low to this high is another extended wave. These two waves tend towards equality as far as like in terms of price movement and amount of pips, almost. And then of course, wave 1 is your short. After that, you should have your A, B, C type of movement. Okay, C should not break wave 4, the lower wave 4. Holy crap. Should not break the low of wave 4, and that's going to be your area to find your long opportunity on AU. Now, this is just what I'm speculating. Okay, this whole type of zigzag lightning bolt pattern could stall right here at the 382, where you could see something like a corrective double bottom or corrective W, where you have a wave A, B comes down, up, and then C, quote unquote, a double bottom or a W formation. This is a corrective W, and it will still pop up. So that's what I'm speculating on AU. I'm not in it just yet. I would love to see this retracement complete first. Dwayne Morris, on which time frame? On this one, we got a shoulder, head, and a shoulder. GJ. and U30. Yeah, I'll look at GJ and U30 too. H1. Where you got a shoulder and then a head and then another shoulder. You can kind of say that's an inverted head and shoulders, yeah. But as even on the bigger picture, since I'm expecting this ABC retracement to come down, right? You can, on the larger scale, you got a shoulder, and then your head, and then this retracement will create the right shoulder. All right, so let's look at. So I'm not in anything on GA or AU just yet. AU got you. Chef, did you? Gotta do Bitcoin, gold, JPY, US 30. All right, cool. Let's check AIRO real quick, see what's going on in the world of AIRO. AJ sale came out 2 minutes ago. I said GA sale came out a minute ago, but I'm not going to take that one. NJ sale in 5 minutes. So not really too much stuff on AIRO right now. So let's just go back to the charts. Let's see what we're looking at. Bitcoin. Chef JPY. I think we had that going somewhere too. We were looking for the short sale, but I was saying wait for this retracement to happen for a better entry, which you guys can kind of see is kind of popping up a little bit on the hour time frame. You could drop to the 15-minute time frame, fib from this high to this low. You guys see this formation again, right? I showed you guys this formation all morning where it hit this low, it pulls back and engulfed. This next candle, yeah, it's a nice heavy momentum and engulfed that previous one, but it never broke structure. Now look what you have, right? So this should start its retracement up. How far up, we don't really know. There's no way for us to tell. So that's why we have the fibs, and we fib from that high to the low, and we just let the retracement happen. More than likely, it'll probably return home to the 50 EMA. And that 50 EMA will probably be around this structure, around the 382 by the time that happens, I would say. And then that'll give you opportunity to pop it short again. But yeah, I agree with you on the short side. It's just in a retracement right now, just not ready. What was I about to look at? Bitcoin. All right, so this is my Bitcoin chart. You all can see my zones and my key levels and stuff like that, right? Here's what I am going to say. Right now, it's at a monthly key level with a lot of bull momentum on its side. I honestly don't feel Bitcoin is going to drop any lower than the 3,500 mark, and definitely no lower than the 30,000. Okay, so upon this next short, right? Upon this next short, if it doesn't break this current day, or I mean not the current day, but this bullish day right here, that'd be a nice opportunity for you guys to get in long. Now, here's my next thing. This bull candle, this bull candle, this candle did a 3-candle break of structure of this area right here. There's no retest to it besides what is currently happening. So if we go to the 4-hour, I begin to see, see stuff a little bit differently. So from this low to this high, wave 1, here's your 2. Kind of it was a steeper retracement than what is currently happening right here. Steep, sideways, steeper, shallow, right? So you got wave 1, 2, wave 3. Already, I can already tell you that waves 1 and waves 3 tended towards equality. So after this retracement right here, this next push up, we don't really know how far it's going to go, but I would say it's definitely not going to be as long as this or as long as this. Okay. But it's definitely going to have, I was expected to be at least half the length, right? And a way for us to kind of measure or figure out, where it could potentially reach, we just use fibs, right? Your first TP is right here. I'm more than confident that upon the next bull run, it's going to hit the 42.5 area. Okay. More than confident. It's just all about when. I want to see this retracement. I think it's got one more push to this area right here. Before going long again. If it doesn't get below this 382, then this is your area to go long. But I feel due to this candle right here, even though it didn't break no structure, this current candle has no bull momentum in it. Okay. It has no momentum. And this is on a 4-hour. This is like a spinning top or a doji formation right there. So I'm just going to drop down to the hour just to see, can I see something a little bit clearer? Can I see it a little bit better? Right. And surely enough, spinning top, bull candle, but no momentum. It's got exhaustion at the top. This current bear should come back down. All right. So Bitcoin isn't ready to pop it long just yet, but I would be mindful of this purple shaded area right around the 375 area. Okay. With this structure. I'm not going to take this short, but I'm going to let this short finish playing out and I'll pop it long. So I'm sitting on my hands a lot, Okay. Ooh, I lied. Maybe I didn't lie. All right. So we see this move right here happening. We got to let it happen. On the hour time frame, I want to see another bear candle before I pop my entry. Okay. So I'm going to let this current candle close. I want to see a bear candle, especially on the hour. If I enter in right now based off the 15, it could come up, which is fine and dandy, but it's definitely going to hit a retracement, guys, and probably get you some drawdown before popping back up again. All right. Now, again, this formation is something we have seen or something I've covered all morning with you guys. And there's been a reason for that. It's because those are the areas where you guys want to be looking to enter. And these are your swing points, right? So let's go over it again. Push to the low, pull back. This bear candle pulled back, never really broke that low. This bear candle broke the low, but it's not a clean break of structure, because if you notice, the next two candles were green, were bullish, right? And then you got this full candle that didn't break the low of this right here before another pullback, push towards the low. After once this candle closes, guys, that's a higher low than this low. Also notice that it has little to no wick at the bottom before a huge engulfing candle that also has little to no wick at the bottom, right? That's letting you know what's happening. Okay. So this right here is called a mother bar to these next three candles. All right. Because these are closing inside the body of this. So as long as these candles are closing inside the body of this, and notice that it's still creating a higher low, you'll pop that long. Do I feel that it will go long right now? Yeah, but my structure chart, guys, my structure is what I'm concerned with. I do know that this is coming up, but there's no retest yet. There's no push towards the low like there was on the 15-minute time frame. That's how I know that there's going to be a push towards this low. So I'm not going to enter that long just yet. Let me see. NAS 100 is doing real good. US 500 is a little drawdown. I'm still actually holding. Let me go over this with you guys real quick. Because I'm still holding all those trades. What is that? All right, so I'm still holding these trades, guys. It's finally trying to catch its momentum, right? I'm still in this. It started to pop up, had a little drawdown. US, oh, I'm sorry, NAS 100. We're up on NAS 100. German 30. This candle should also be starting to pop up as well. I'm still holding all those trades, guys. I'm not out of anything yet. We just experienced some drawdown. And then I don't think we did a US 30. Oh shoot, that's a nice buy too. So remember, ABC, right? Change of momentum. All of this is just a retracement. Set a higher low than this low and this low. Now what do you see? Bullish engulfing. Here's a pin bar. This current candle definitely has to pick up this momentum and to pop up. All right. Looking at my MACD, it's telling you who's in control. It's fine and dandy. Will I pop this long right now? Yeah. I would wait closer to the next 15-minute candle, but then I would probably pop it long, guys. I'm not going to do it just yet. I'll wait till about 10:13 or so. Let this candle finish getting done fluctuating. All right, cool. So just to reiterate real quick. German 30, SP 5. These are looking like long positions. Entered. Entered. We haven't entered US 30 just yet, but NAS 100 was doing good. SP 500 was looking like it was in a little bit of drawdown. German 30 was teetering around entry. Still looking to go long on those, catching a few points. Haven't entered in US 30 just yet. All right. Let's see. We were looking at Bitcoin. Yeah. After current retrace on 1H. What else did we look at? GA, AU. I'm just making this note so that way I can keep track of everything I'm looking at, guys. What else was there? Chef JPY. After retrace. I think that's what it was so far, guys. Okay. This is what I'm in right now. Little drawdown on some stuff, but I can live with it. Let me see. Let me see. Any questions about anything so far? No, no questions yet. Oh, I just shut it. You know, that's a good Kevin, a good question. That's actually something I haven't been tracking lately. Actually, I need to start tracking that for you guys. I don't trade every day, and I don't even trade every week. My trade plan requires me to make on average about 3,000 weekly, which we can do that with the prop firm accounts that we have, pretty easily, honestly, with like a 50K plus prop firm account. But I'm not going to tell you guys that or anything like or get into that. But yeah, my simple goal is to make about 3,000 per week on average, and then just live my life, man. That's about it. I will start tracking that for you guys though, because I honestly have to start doing that myself. EA, do you have training videos outside the lives where you swinging out something going on? Yeah, I've got other training, Latoya. I've got a whole training course. I'm training for half a year right now. Nice, Kevin. Okay. So you ready? You ready to bump that up a little bit, huh? EA. I'll go over S&P 500 again, just a second. So EA is again going against the Aussie dollar, right? The Australian dollar. Oh boy, look at this. All right, so we got a nice cup handle happening. Ready to pop back up. Come up here and test this. Let me see. Holy crap. Let me see. I don't even know when was this entered. That's crazy. I don't know if I did this with you guys or what. Risk amount. I think I did that forever ago. All right, cool. Cool. All right. So, yeah, let me get this off of here real quick. Fresh chart. All right. So here's we have at this high, guys, we got a break of structure right there. We have a break of structure. Here's the retest to it, right? Now, the only thing that bothers me about the retest to it is this engulfing candle that kind of killed all of this right here, right? So after this engulfing, notice that the bull's momentum and moves haven't really been like this or like this, right? These 2 days were limited, and then these next 3 days are kind of like not breaking this first structure that it has to break over. But of course, it's the current day. So let me go to the 4-hour so I can get it right. Now notice, this is the structure of a high that wasn't broken cleanly over here before you finally have this retracement, right? Or this change in direction, I should say. To me, What I'm seeing is a corrective double top, because we have push to the high, 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 change of momentum. This change of momentum broke structure right here. This is a retest to that structure, another retest to that structure. So this is acting properly as far as like a short. I could fib from this high to the low. The retracement came to the 618, and you can pop that all the way down to like right here in most cases. Now, this move right here is where we currently are and what we want to pay attention to after figuring out this bigger image or this bigger picture, because now we want to hone into like an area to enter. So let me mark this real quick. Boom. I probably want to enter somewhere right around there. Get you off of there. Excuse me. All right. So here's what we do. From this high to this low, with this currently being a retracement on the 4 hour, I can go to the 30-minute and kind of see what's going on, right? So we've got push 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Push 1 wasn't nothing. Waves 3 and waves 5 tend towards equality before some type of A, B, C retracement. Now, I know this ABC retracement may not even be this extended or anything like that, but wrong chart. Going to the 4 hour time frame. This structure, this zone right here, was that's what that writing was from the daily time frame, where it said it had my stop loss, it had my entry. This zone was from over here, where I filled from this high to this low and let the retracement happen. Here's what you have on this time frame right here. A, B, C. Where on this C wave, it's just a complex or its own type of 1 through 5 type of Elliott wave movement. All right. So after that C happens, you've got this change of momentum, pull back, which you feel from this high to this low, pull back to the same zone, and then you'll pop it down low. So here's a better picture of it on the 1 hour. This low right here is where the structure found for to pop up, basically. Notice though that even after this bull move, there's no pullback. There's no retracement back towards this low. That's the move that I'm looking to catch, is this pullback towards the low, really. I think that's going to give you guys a lot of pips, at least 20 to 30 that you can catch and go in that opposite direction. Hold on real quick. All right, Q&A. I'll cover SP 500 for you. No small account I grow by winning trades. That's correct. That is correct, Kevin. Where can I find your course? Latoya, just contact me on Facebook or after this class, and then I'll send it to you or something. So GCAD and SP 500. We'll cover those two real quick. We'll look at SP real quick. I know it's in drawdown. All right. So he asked what made me enter in the long on SP 500. So I'm gonna go over it with you guys again. I believe on SP, I think we looked at this on AIRO 2. But long story short, I see this low, from this low to this high, all of this as a retracement, as a ABC retracement. After that ABC retracement, we've got this bull momentum, which is something that we want to see after a C retracement. So you've got this bull, and then just notice that on these bear moves, they have not been full body momentum candles like this. So the bear's momentum has been limited. All right. After the limitation of the bears, it created a higher low than this, which this is a higher low than this. All of that is telling you to continue your ascent up, basically, right? I use my MACD, which is also telling me where all of the momentum is at and where is it going. Right now, it's telling you bulls are in control. All right. So I'm on the bullish side of this setup due to price action of low, higher low, higher low, the price action of this bull momentum versus the limitation of this bear move. And then finally seeing this engulfing kind of pattern right here. What I do though, what I do need to see happen in order for me to stay in this trade is to see after this candle closes or the next couple candle closes, even if they are bear, I do need to see that a couple candles start to close above the 50 moving average. If not, that'll be something that I'll be looking to cut my losses to a minimum and then reevaluate. So that's why I entered in long on SP 500. And then we've got what else? German 30, I'll revisit as well. And then GBP CAD, if you look now in the 50 minutes, is that what we see? So price action. Yes. So on the GBP CAD, guys, this move right here, this is not, this is consolidation, but what we have to read on this price action, because we're coming from a bull move to now just a sideways consolidation, we have to compare the sizes of the candles to each other, and we have to compare the type of candles to each other. So we all know that there's different type of candles: doji, spinning tops, pin bars, hangingmans, engulfing maribozus, those type of things, right? Those are all telling you different telltale stories about price action itself. So starting from this low to this high is where I would begin to analyze this whole move, because this is the last full bodied or full of momentum bull move prior to this, right? So this sets that initial high right here. This is what sets that initial high. So anytime the bull had tried to go up higher than that, it was limited. Boom. Bull limited, right? A nice bull limited. Another bull engulfing, which limited. Now on this engulfing is another thing that we have to pay attention to. Let me zoom in for you. If you look at the high of this engulfing, this got no wick. That's telling you that there's some type of structure that that candle opened on. All right. It opened at some type of structure. And then you've got this candle that closed with no wick. It closed at some type of structure, right? So this candle pinned up here. This is a high. These two candles formed a lower high than this. So where do you think price is going to go? Even though that this is a spinning top, this is coming down. This current candle has no wick at the top. So therefore it opened at some structure, right? So where do you think it's going to go? Your bears are in control. That's on the 15-minute time frame. So since that's on the 15, we still check out the higher time frame just to confirm, right? Again, engulfing candle, but it's not doing a break of structure for real, right? This red high of this wick is that structure. Engulfing, bulls were limited. Now you have another engulfing. This thing's dropping low. So that's GCAD. And on that low, like I said, And if you guys see a low to a high, bring out your fibs. So that way you can measure this retracement. This pin came to the 618. I expect it to come to at least a 786. All this structure down here that has not been tested. There's an order block right here, guys, in this red candle. It'll come down here, collect some equity, and then shoot back up. All right, so now we'll visit German 30. Cool beans. All right, so we entered long on this current candle on German 30, perfectly fine. Here's what we have to do. This is on what, the 1 hour candle? With this being on a 1 hour candle, I want to go to the 15-minute time frame so I can reanalyze. This is the candle we entered on. What I want you guys to pay attention to, okay, this is a hammer, is that this pin towards the low, pull back, pin towards the low, pull back, pin towards the low, pull back. This current candle, even if it closes like this, guys, it's this structure right here. I could probably pull this back down a little bit, is where this bear move has to strike, break and remain below in order for it to continue going down. So we're in a little bit of drawdown. That's okay. But this structure right here has to be broken and price has to remain below it in order for it to keep going down. So we're just experiencing some drawdown right now. Did I do that wrong in the opposite direction, I think? I sure the hell did. Sorry about that, guys. I was hoping somebody's going to catch that. I caught it. All right. But yeah, so like we're in a little bit of drawdown still, guys. Right? That's perfectly fine. So yeah, just some drawdown. Yeah, Kevin. SP 500 is US 500. I'm still holding everything I'm in, guys. And then check out gold. Yeah, we'll check out gold. You girls still sleep? Are the girls still sleep?
Yeah, that's why I was surprised.
They went hard in the paint last night. That is funny. All right, so here on gold, guys. Let's see here. It depends on, so to place trades with like SP 500, German 30, the indices, those take a little bit more, I guess, equity. So I don't know how much is in your account or anything like that, but those are valued a little bit different. And all honestly, those are considered futures here in America. On offshore brokers and things like that, they're called a contract for difference or a CFD. So that's why you're allowed to trade them. But if it's not letting you take it, check out your margin and your equity and make sure you're not using too large of a lot size. All right, so as far as gold, I think we marked this up the other day, right? Last week, matter of fact. We checked it out, and I told you guys we was looking for the ABC retracement. And it's playing out. Where it went? A, B, C retracement. So here's what we have to pay attention to, guys, right? We see this wick and this pin. Well, I'm sorry. First of all, we see this low right here, right? Then we see this push, didn't break this structure. This push pinned towards a lower low, but it closed still within this structure. This current candle yesterday closed within this structure. We got today closing within this structure. Here's what I have to tell you guys about price action. Even though these are closing within this structure, what are they doing in fact though? Low, I mean a lower high, lower high, lower high. Okay. We have to see some type of bull momentum, and not just any type of bull momentum. We have to see some type of engulfing Maribozu. We got to see a lot of bullish momentum in order for this to not break the structure at this low and to continue to going down. Now, with this being all on the daily time frame, again, I just dropped down to the 4 hour to see if I can read it a little bit different, right? Here's that low right here. Yeah. Here's that low with this wick. That's the area or the zone that I'm concerned about. This whole zone. Okay. So if we notice after this pullback, this is nice bullish momentum, right? But it was limited. It couldn't go anywhere, right? It stalled out at the top of this structure. Stalled. Even after this engulfing, what happened? Not a clean break of structure. It actually did a 3 candle break of structure in the opposite direction, with this being a nice full body candle. So after this move, guess what? We now have a lower high than this. Unless this hammer produces some type of bull momentum, guys, you're still looking on the short side. So this is even on the 4 hour. Still kind of quirky, right? That's cool. Let's go to the 1 hour. Even on the 1 hour, nothing is saying go long just yet, right? Yeah, we've got this bull momentum, but it was limited. Bear. Higher lows, lower highs than up here. So we have to take this in consideration. Let this current candle play out, especially right here on this hour time frame. I would even let the 11 to 12 hour candle play out, possibly, especially if it's looking like it's going to go bearish some more, and see where it closes at before I enter. That would be the lowest time frame that I would pay attention to before entering, unless you're going to scalp it, which in that point, you already have your high and your low where it ranges in between currently so far. You also have this high and this low where it ranges in between currently so far. With it being currently where it's at, in this range, in the middle of it, not necessarily at this point or at this point, I'm going to stand aside. Because again, there's no clear direction. Even though the higher time frames to me are personally saying, it has a potential move to the downside. Just look at it though. Consolidation on the lower time frame. This is a scalper's paradise, honestly, but it's not anywhere near a support or resistance for me to enter. So I'm sitting on my head on gold. With 500, depending on your leverage, you should be able to place a 0.1 to like a 0.3. Hey, you're welcome, Kevin. And then, so what we'll do now, guys, I'll check out, I think it was German 30. Somebody wanted me to check out real quick. Which I said it was doing like a little retracement, right? I think I already checked out. Doing a little retracement. Here's your engulfing candle. If this candle closes like this, guys, at 10:45, pop that thing long, man. That'll be another opportunity to go long. Especially if this closes as a hammer too. Man, listen, that's fire. That's fire, guys. I'm just letting you know. All right. I have an appointment to go to at 11 o'clock, guys, okay? Are there any other charts you want me to look at? Anything you want me to answer? Somebody asked about my course. If you guys want me to put my course out there for you guys, I will. I want to double check with Nathan just to make sure it's all good and stuff like that first, though. Okay. But and I'll just show you guys my course real quick. All right, so this is my current course, right? Each of these videos, guys, are going to be 2 hours long. And there's a total of like 11 videos. It does come with like a PDF, so that way you can follow along with the training and stuff like that too. But like I said, I'll double check with Nate to see if I can give this to you guys and put that out there for you all, because like it's got some good nuggets in there for you all to follow along with me and stuff too. So I don't mind doing that at all. EU and odd USD. Let's check it out. That is so crazy to me. So let's look at this real quick. All right. So when I went over this with you guys, I think it was last week, we saw the A, B, C retracement, and then 1 through 5, right? That came up into this box for that short move. Hopefully you guys caught that. My TP is still right here on the short move. The reason why I can't really see it going long just yet is, again, this bear momentum versus 2 days of bulls that have been limited. So unless this third day just gains some type of traction and steam to pop up, you'll still be looking to the short side. Today would close as like a doji and not really go anywhere. Of course, that's on the daily though, so I'll drop down to the 4 hours so we can take a better picture. Look at that. If you guys took that last week, I had a weak entry and caught it all the way down. That's crazy. So here's what we're looking at, right? Engulfing, pullback. So unless this candle breaks this structure, it has to break this structure. Like, it just absolutely has to gain traction and get up there in order for it to keep going long. Let's see here. Bull momentum. Okay. See what the hour's showing. All right. I can see a long situation. So after this railroad track engulfing candle, right? This is a nice bearish trend that didn't break structure, created a higher low than down here. So now you've got this pullback, and this bearish trend didn't break structure, created a higher low than this low. Now you've got this move. Little to no wick, should be popping up. I see your move. Okay. I agree with that move. And this would be like a short-term type of trade. So what you would do is drop down to the 15-minute time frame. See what's going on. Reset my chart real quick. If this current at 10:45 with this current candle closes as a full body bullish candle, that would be a 1, 2, 3 candle breaker structure of the 50 EMA. What I would like to do or like to see is let that finish this trend out wherever it's going to create its high, bring out my fibs wherever it's going to create its high, right? I'm just putting it up here, and then let that retracement happen. And in all honesty, with that being at the 10:45 in the morning already, that retracement will be like a shallow type of retracement just to get non-educated retail traders to look at this as a quote unquote double top, because I'm pretty sure it'll probably hit a red candle or bear pullback once it reaches this structure. It'll be considered a double top by non-educated retail traders who will go short, right? And then that's not the true move. It'll pop it up long to get up here to this void before going short. Probably, what is today? Wednesday? Yeah, probably the remainder of the week, I would say. Let me look at this 4 hour again. Yeah, that's what I would say. So I see you're long. Just it's a short type of situation or a scalper type of situation, but I definitely see it. Yeah, I definitely see it. I'm just gonna wait for a red candle or two. Definitely want to give you guys a course, okay? I definitely want to give it to you. So do I think the United States dollar is getting stronger today?
No.
Let's see. Let's check out the daily. It's finding resistance at this 50 moving average. So yeah, we had this nice bull candle right here. Notice it didn't break structure. A day of bearish and then a full day of bullishness that closed as a spinning top or a doji. Again, didn't break structure. But what I want you guys to look at though is look at this doji versus this spinning top. This spinning top closed right at the open of that spinning top. I'm sorry, this spinning top closed right at the open of that doji. It hasn't gone anywhere, guys. And now we've got this current day that is bearish. And if this engulfs yesterday's spinning top, you'll still go to the low side, which would be a bounce off this 50 EMA. So it kind of just depends. I do need to see this thing pop up one more time in order for me to go short, though. This bear move right here, this is a hammer. And usually after hammers like this, if this thing was going to pop up, you can see that it did pop up, but it pulled back. That's my only concern. This also another concern with I think one of the indices I seen it on too. But if it's finds support like it looks like it's doing on this 50 EMA, it'll pop up another time. And those are both situations or scenarios to this move. So if it finds support, it'll pop up. If not, with this hammer and this pullback pin bar right here, you'll see it going down because this would be a corrective double top M. That's another thing I got to get you guys to look at as well. All double tops, guys, or double bottoms or M's and W's, they don't necessarily form just at the tops and the bottoms. They'll form in corrections too. Wait, let's see, 1041. AU looks like the same. Okay, cool. So that's what I have for the dollars for us gaining strength. But let me look at NAS 100 and AU real quick, and then we'll call it quits. So yeah, this is a NAS 100. Just a little pullback on the hour time frame. If the 50 moving average, or if this structure right here, if price gets back into this structure, guys, it'll go lower. Okay. Just keep that in mind. If price gets back into this structure on the hour time frame on NAS 100, it'll go lower. But ultimately, I still got it popping up. So how I see this from this low to this high is a retracement until it gets back in this structure and breaks beneath it. There's a retracement to this key level. Now you got this hammer. Let me get that off of there real quick. This hammer. This is another hammer. Well, this is the current candle. If this closes like this is an inverted hammer. This is another hammer, and it'll definitely pop up. Unless the bears take control. But I'm still holding this position though. So still long on NAS 100. Just a little single candle pullbacks for right now. The next one was AU. Yeah, AU still looks the same. It's not really going anywhere. Now, going back to AU and GU, as I said, mentioned earlier, if this is going to go short, GA is going to go up. But if this goes up, GA is going to go down. I know AIRO gave us the short signal on GA, but it gave us a short signal on the 30-minute. I believe like right here or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. I believe it's like right here. It gave us a short situation, which this is short, but we got to see it get out of this consolidation. Can I see it going short? I mean, honestly, yeah, just not yet. I think it'll do a full body push up to entice people before going short. But these three candles have absolutely no bull momentum. So this is something that you just stand aside on and you just wait for it. So GA and AU, GA and AU, something that I would monitor. The trades I've got open, SP 500, NAS 100, German 30. We were waiting on U30. Hold on real quick, guys. All right, I'm back real quick. So yeah, the indices, NAS 100, German 30, SP 500 is what I have positions on. GA and AU, I want to take a side eventually. With this being engulfing, it may be ready. It may not be ready. I have to see it break a structure in order for me to enter. So I see this short engulfing candle, which is fine. I see this current candle having the momentum to go short, which is fine. I have to see this candle close and one single bull candle, which would solidify it. Because unless this candle can break this structure, it'll pop up long. Because it's not getting anywhere. Just a consolidation. So hopefully this is helping you guys, right? I do want to put out the idea though that I want to go short on GA. I want to go long on AU. It's just not giving it to me just yet. Not giving it to me. So upon this next bear candle that doesn't break this low, I'll pop it. And you guys are very welcome. Very, 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 very welcome. Okay, so what indicator do you just put up to get the lines on TradingView? Not the fibs for the structure. Which one? The MACD? Or are you talking about not the fibs, horizontal line, horizontal ray, horizontal line? All the tools that I pretty much use are favorited right here. Are there any other questions, guys? You guys can kind of see that AU still has the bulls in control, which is perfectly what we want to see. So upon a bear candle, even if it's this candle or the next two, I'd pop it long, put a stop loss somewhere down here, use the risk management calculation so that way you don't over leverage yourself, and then just hold it out to up here somewhere. And then do the opposite for GA. Oh, there it goes. Connectivity issues. Oh boy. Any questions? Any other questions? All right, guys. If there's no more questions, we will call it a day. Monitor those indices, making sure they're not breaking any type of structure or anything like that. And then we'll be good to go. That's about it. That's all I got for you guys today. I'm gonna bug Nate to see if I can post the course or whatever for you guys, if possible. And then we'll go from there. I'll be back at it tomorrow morning. Hey, you all are welcome. Very, very, very welcome. Very, very, very welcome. You all have a great day.